Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anna Manuel. For the first time since COVID, the Addison Youth Center will be throwing a fundraiser this Saturday. Our Maggie Hall spoke to a student who goes to the center, a parent, and an organizer about what the center means to the community.
The Addison Youth Center began in 1999. This Saturday, they will be hosting a fundraiser years in the making.
So it's this Saturday, February 18th from 6 to 11 at the Addison American Legion right here on Maple Street in Addison. And it's $20 at the door. And we're going to have music and raffles.
This center welcomes kids grades K through 12. Owen Losi is one of those kids.
Actually, my friend Ian comes here, but before he doesn't come to our school. And that's how I met him here. He gives us snacks when we get there, and we get a free dinner, and we get to play.
Owen's mom, Christina, is happy that her son and other children in the community have a safe place to go.
I feel like it's very important for those working families that can't get out to get their kids after school's out. It gives the kids a safe place to go after school. They learn a lot, so they don't just come and play. They do get to play too, but they learn a lot of things too while they're here.
The fundraiser will give the center funds to maintain services that they provide for families in the community.
They get to really just kind of be themselves and know that they're safe. Parents know that they're safe. You know, we're free, it's drop-in.
For more information on the fundraiser, you can go to their Facebook page or website by searching Addison Youth Center. Maggie Hall, Big Fox News, Addison.
The Arnott Ogden Medical Center emergency room is fully operational again. The hospital was on full generator power yesterday after a power fluctuation caused smoke and odor from exhaust fans and outages. One employee was hurt in the incident. They are reported by the medical center to be stable, while still under observation at the hospital. Police are investigating the vandalism of the Corning Public Theater. Eric Griffin, an integral founder of the Public Theater, shared this video on Facebook yesterday. According to the Post, someone trespassed into the building, spraying graffiti and damaging the property. The trespasser also discharged all the fire extinguishers. The historic building has undergone hundreds of restoration work hours by the current owners. Lacrosse fans get excited because the Elmira Renegades are coming back. Big Fox's Josh Feldberg reports on the changes coming to the PBLA.
Around 3 weeks ago, it was announced that the inaugural season of the Pro Box Lacrosse Association, or PBLA, would be postponed after the league's main source of funding was pulled. But a recent announcement from PBLA Commissioner and First Arena owner Steve Donner gives hope to lacrosse fans around the Twin Tiers.
We feverishly over the last 2 weeks have worked really hard to put together what we announced yesterday. This is part one. A challenge series of games between the teams up north here, Elmira, Binghamton, Syracuse, and Jim Thorpe All-American. So it'll be a challenge series of games with a playoff champion at the end of the season.
Players and coaches alike are excited to get a second chance at bringing home a championship to Elmira.
We had a great reception from the fans, and the people at the arena were great to us. And just to get the opportunity to kind of go back there, it's just real exciting.
I truly believe if it wasn't for the fans that show up to the games and support us, it wouldn't have been, something that we fought for to come back, and something that we look forward to as well.
Rebooting the league may also help solidify the league's status for future seasons.
The big part of what we're doing is showcasing these games for future investors to continue the league next year. That was the other big reason to continue play, because we were just getting the attention of a lot of people across the country.
The Challenge Series will take place here at First Arena, featuring your Elmira Renegades beginning February 25th. Josh Feldberg, Big Fox News, Elmira.
If you're looking for furniture, you may be able to pick up some new pieces for free this weekend. The Corning Radisson is hosting a free furniture giveaway this weekend, February 18th and 19th from 10 to 5. The hotel is undergoing extensive renovations as it prepares to become a Hilton hotel later this year. Sofas, chairs, nightstands, mattresses, and more will be given away for free on a first-come, first-served basis. President Biden is sending warm thoughts to Pennsylvania's John Fetterman after the senator checked himself into a hospital for the treatment of clinical depression. Caroline Shively reports from Washington.
The Senate is shining a light on mental health this week, not with legislation, but with one of their own seeking help. Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania is receiving treatment for clinical depression today after voluntarily checking himself into the hospital on Wednesday. The admission is rare for a politician and has sparked bipartisan support. Republican Senator Ted Cruz writing, "Mental illness is real and serious," and Democratic Congressman Richie Torres tweeting that he had been hospitalized for depression in 2010. Fetterman suffered a near-fatal stroke during his campaign last year and was sidelined for about 2 months. It's left him with an auditory processing disorder.
How many of you have had your own personal major health challenge in your life? Hands up.
Studies show about 30% of people who survive medical events that require intensive care develop depression.
He was campaigning and went straight into the Senate, and this is a poor guy, needs some downtime, and perhaps this is his opportunity.
Senator Ben Ray Lujan, who suffered a stroke last year, tells Fox that Fetterman has a support system in place for his recovery.
Even after he survived his stroke, he's only gotten stronger and stronger.
Any absence by a senator is being closely monitored because of Democrats' razor-thin majority. But with the House under Republican control, there are no major votes expected in the Senate in the near future. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
President Biden is defending his decision to shoot down 4 objects over U.S. skies this month. But there are new questions over the nature of the targets. As Doug Luzader reports, at least one of them could have been a hobby balloon.
Did we launch fighter jets with $400,000 missiles to take out something like this? The Northern Illinois Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade launches small or pico balloons for fun. Their website tracks them as they go around the globe, and one of them is now missing. And its track suggests it could have been the one shot down over Canada last week. Aviation Week says Ron Meadows, the founder of a hobby balloon manufacturer, claims he tried to clue in the U.S. government. I tried contacting our military and the FBI and just got the runaround to try to enlighten them on what a lot of these things probably are, and they're going to look not too intelligent to be shooting them down.
I make no apologies.
President Biden, under growing pressure to address the nation about the incidents, spoke about the shoot-downs yesterday. No apologies, he says, for downing the Chinese spy balloon, but as for the other 3.
The intelligence community's current assessment is that these 3 objects were most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation or research institutions studying weather or conducting other scientific research.
And while NORAD says the FBI has spoken with the Illinois Balloon Club, pico balloonists everywhere could soon find themselves in regulatory crosshairs, with the president promising new action.
We'll update the rules and regulations for launching and maintaining unmanned objects in the skies above the United States of America.
Your complete weekend forecast is next.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
What a warm weather week it has been, and even just warm winter in general. We've seen our fair share of dealing with really mixed precipitation types due to these mild temperatures and not really significant snow this winter. Now, there's still plenty of winter months ahead of us, but it is feeling like spring already. Look at the past 5 days. Every day at 50 degrees or warmer. We had even that record day on Wednesday with 71 degrees. We held within the 50s throughout much of Thursday and even continued that through this early morning. The temperatures, though, through the day today have been falling. That cooling potential in place. There were times of those showers that brought us even some isolated snow showers as we stepped throughout our Friday. Now, we'll note that as we head through the rest of this overnight forecast, we have clearing potential in place. Now, the northwesterly wind is strong, but it is becoming a bit lighter and switching, which is going to restrict those temperatures from totally bottoming out. But we still look on the cooler side, dropping to about 19 degrees into Elmira, or even 17 for an official low. We have 16 into Bath, Westfield around 17 degrees. Now, that sounds really cold, but it's our average for this time of the year. We haven't seen average numbers because we have been trending so warm this winter. We have been well above average when it comes to the sense of mornings as well as afternoons. So although it is chilly, this is where we should be. So back on some of those winter layers, but note the changes are occurring quickly. As mentioned, that wind is switching from the northwest to the west. And as we head through Saturday, not too blustery, may see some gusts get up to 20 miles per hour, and that won't be in place all weekend. But it is a little bit of a turn up of even a southwesterly wind. So although we've been bringing in some cooling, we're staying under above average temperature trend. Now, this is still slightly cooler than what we've been experiencing the last 5 days as we saw those 50s, but we do see some improvements from what we were experiencing today as we dropped into those 30s. Technically, our high for Friday will be the 50s due to it occurring before midnight or after midnight. But again, when it comes to afternoon temperatures, a little warmer with some sunshine in place. Those winds, again, a little gust possible at times, but it's going to keep us pretty comfortable overall. So still might need those winter jackets, at least a light winter jacket with the sunglasses as well. You can shed the sunglasses and potentially shed the jacket, because on Sunday we are going to have the temperatures continue to warm. May see a few isolated 50s possible, a little bit of a wind again possible, up to 20-mile-per-hour gust, but it's that southerly wind that continues us warming. Now, as we generally stay quiet for the weekend, note that we are going to be back under active weather next week. We'll have a chance for some showers possible on Monday, still very mild temperatures, but then setting up Tuesday into Thursday, there will be a stronger system. That one's going to still bring the warmth and keep us mostly rainfall, but then we will be detailing a potential to see some cooling for our last weekend of February.
Disney employees push back on returning to the office. An e-signature company reduces its workforce for a second time, and the largest bookstore chain in the U.S. wants customers to pay for perks. Lydia Hu has those stories and more in today's Business Briefs.
More than 2,000 Disney employees signing a petition against returning to the office after company CEO Bob Iger declared they'd have to work in person 4 days a week. The employees are claiming the policy change will spark, quote, forced resignations among some of our most hard-to-replace talent and vulnerable communities and dramatically reduce productivity, output, and efficiency. They argue the move will slow post-COVID recovery and growth, causing long-term harm. Software company DocuSign is laying off 10% of its workforce after a round of layoffs back in September. About 700 employees are expected to lose their jobs, which the San Francisco-based company says is part of an effort to boost growth and profit. DocuSign joins the growing list of companies laying off employees so far this year, including Netflix, Meta, and Disney. Home goods store Tuesday Morning wants to close at least 265 of its stores nationwide. That's more than half of its footprint. The discount store says the move is a critical component of its bankruptcy strategy. Tuesday Morning filed for bankruptcy in 2020, saying it will never recover from COVID-19 lockdowns. And Barnes & Noble is launching a $40 a year membership program. It promises to offer 10% discounts, free shipping, a tote bag, and bigger lattes to its members. That's business. I'm Lydia Hu.
Performing like a Radio City Rockette might not be easy, but more than 24 eager students are giving it a shot. Lauren Blanchard takes a special look at a college-level dance class teaching what it takes to become a Rockette.
Their dances are iconic. 7, 8, 1, 2. Now members of the famous Radio City Rockettes are passing their moves onto the next generation of dancers, setting up shop at the Boston Conservatory at Berkeley for the first 4-credit college-level course taught by Rockettes.
The styles that the Rockettes use, precision dance technique, everything has a very specific place.
The class of 38 students are learning current and past Rockette choreography. The moves involve a variety of styles, including jazz, tap, and ballet.
You're doing a pas de bourrée turn,
5 and 6.
But these skills aren't learned overnight. Leading up to their holiday performances, the Rockettes rehearse 6 hours a day, 6 days a week for 6 weeks.
You approach the choreography a very specific way, and so that's what we're giving these dancers the training on, is how we extend our arm through, where our arms are, where our eyes are placed in a specific movement, and really breaking those steps down.
And students are up for the challenge.
No other style of dance really emphasizes the precision of every single body part like the Rockettes. In that sense, it is more difficult than other styles that I've done in the past.
Besides learning choreography, students say the course is teaching them critical lessons in teamwork. They're also excited to incorporate these skills into other styles of dance. Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Still ahead, an animal sanctuary in Arizona is not just a healing place for animals, but people as well. More on how the rehabilitation facility is renewing lives, coming up. This next animal sanctuary in Arizona is not just a healing place for animals, but for people too. Desiree Flewellen has more on the rehabilitation facility and its plans for expanding.
Hey, good evening, you guys. Come on, welcome in. This is Amy's Farm Animal Sanctuary, where she's currently rehabilitating more than 100 animals.
It's a place of healing for animals as well as people.
Amy Takaha started the sanctuary more than 10 years ago. It now sits on 5 acres in Santan Valley.
Some of the children that come here with Down syndrome or autism will lead the animals over the obstacles, and it's so good for physical therapy, for independence.
She gives the animals renewed life, and some people who visit are changed for the better too.
We've had children speak for the first time that were nonverbal.
Oh, and this is Matthias. I'm my only son. I sing to him a lot. You make me happy when skies are gray.
I've been doing this for 4 years.
Amy's Farm Animal Sanctuary operates with a team of volunteers. Carolyn Schaefer is one of them.
The minute you come through the gates, you're not thinking about work, you're not thinking about issues, problems. I mean, it's all about the animals.
And this is Genevieve, a donkey that came to Amy about a year ago with a gunshot wound to the face.
I get some really heartbreaking cases, and it tears at my soul.
She now needs help building a barn that will also double as an enrichment center for her programming.
What we're hoping to build is a structure to help from wind shears, sun, all the elements of the weather.
If you'd like to support her mission, you can donate online. Visit fox10phoenix.com for more information.
I owe these animals my life.
Dog flu cases are on the rise in parts of the U.S., and veterinarians are recommending that owners get their pets vaccinated. That's according to a new report. Canine influenza is a respiratory disease in dogs which varies from seasonal influenza viruses. The CDC says symptoms include a cough, runny nose, fever, and a reduced appetite. Veterinarians say to reach out for vaccine availability as they're currently in short supply. Vets say it's unlikely for dogs to pass canine influenza to humans. Football fans bet big on the Super Bowl. More than 100 million sports betting transactions were placed during Super Bowl weekend. That's up 25% compared to last year. That's according to GeoComply, a company that processes geolocation checks to verify online sports bettors' locations. Super Bowl 57 was the first one played in a state where sports gambling is legal. The last remaining Blockbuster Video in the U.S. released a retro Super Bowl ad on social media during the big game, and now they say their sales are surging, up by 200%. That one remaining store in Bend, Oregon, posted the ad on social media as it couldn't afford to pay the $7 million rate on TV, but they certainly got their money's worth. The retro-themed commercial struck a chord with people who remember the good old days of roaming around a video store hoping to find a new release. The store says it still gets emails from people around the country who decorate their basements just like Blockbuster locations, complete with a VHS player and not a streaming device in sight. Stay with us, we have more coming up. We want to leave you with a smile. A new addition has arrived at Universal Studios Hollywood, Super Nintendo World. The new attraction currently features an augmented reality ride, Mario Kart, Bowser's Challenge. Fans can also check out the Toadstool Cafe and 1-Up Factory Store as part of the Mario World experience. Visitors can punch familiar blocks located around the area and collect coins and purchase digital stickers. A power-up band can be purchased for $40 to face off against the evil Bowser Jr. after completing 3 key challenges. I'm Scott Beadle. Thanks so much for watching.